Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paradise City, and we're on episode 5. And today, we concrete. I mean, that's kind of foreshadowing because I talk about concrete a lot in this episode. But what I wanted to say is I don't remember now. Oh yeah, we build a part of the waterfront and create this little lovely boardwalk and pedestrian shopping living area that you see before your eyes. So stay tuned and make sure to take your meds because, as usual, this is sped up 3,000,000%. And even I, looking at it, I'm like, what kind of insane person would upload this? But here I am uploading it, and I'm insane. Oh, also, I got a new mic. Sounds good, doesn't it? And if you don't think it does, frick you. But, regardless, subscribe, comment, like, share, do your thing. Let's get into it. So here we're starting with the boring part. Sorry, I can't give you guys the goods right away. So we're just kind of filling in the neighborhood that sits between the university campus and the main part of town, the downtown area where the train station is. And for that, I wanted to make sure that we had a commercial base at the bottom of some, medium density residential alongside this little plaza. And so I put in some, commercial assets, and I plugged down some residential assets right on top of them sons of fricks. And that gives you a little bit of a mixed density. And here, for some reason, I go into the settings and mess with them, realize they look like shit. And then my frame rate isn't even any better. So I just plopped them back to their original settings and moved the frick on. Here, I really wish I had some better rocks assets. I know they exist, but I didn't kind of feel like looking for them. But I was just trying to make that transition from the keys to the lower parts of town look a little more natural, so that's why I put down some trees and some rocks. And it looks pretty decent. And here I'm just working on the transition between the road and the plaza with the stairs leading up to the university. How good do these stairs look? They're a bit massive. They're imposing, I'm not gonna lie, but I think they turned out great. And you better think the same, because they took me a while to make, and I'm proud of them sons of fricks. And so here it's just about beautifying, putting on some greenness, so we have a little less grayness. Because the way I'll usually go about, first starting to beautify around my buildings is I'll use the paintbrush to painting some pavements, and that tends to look a little too concretey. So that's why I like to add a little greenery with planters and such. So that's usually about how I go about beautifying. I put down the gray, then the green, then the leaves, and so on and so forth. What am I even saying? Here I felt like it was kind of important to add a more typical, so to speak, park that would cater towards children a little bit more, because I've been putting down a lot of plaza and a lot of, in quotes, adult focus parks, and I wanted to give to the children so they have a place to play. So yeah, that's why I put the baseball field down. Made sure to put some tall trees in the outfield, because I be hitting them bombs, don't want to hurt nobody, so they kind of act as protection, if you will. And this is where the good stuff starts happening, where we build a waterfront. I started with these boardwalk assets that I just saw being posted on Reddit. I think they're brand new. And so I was like, you know what? That's going in Paradise City. I don't give a frick. There aren't that many good boardwalk assets. If you want a giant interchange asset, you got what you need. But boardwalks, not that many. People walk? Frick 'em. Who needs them? There's a few things to me that were important when it came to the waterfront neighborhood. One of them was a bike path, pedestrian path, and the continuation of our tram, so that there is some tram access alongside the waterfront. And you'll see later I even go and add a metro station which connects to the central station. And holy frick, is this fast. So, you know, I could not be lazy and like make the speed the exact same for all my clips, but that would require me to care, and I barely do. As I was recording this, I went and lowered the speed of this clip, so I guess I do care a little. Right here you can see me, I'm working on the plaza that will lead up to the central station. We're keeping with the theme that every exit of central station does have a clear path to the ocean, so that the view isn't messed with. Even though there's a curve right here, so the view isn't like direct, but it does in the end give you a nice little view when you come out of the central station. And here I'm just trying to get fancy with it, but sometimes being fancy with it also means to spend a lot of time with it, and sometimes time is not of the essence, so you just gotta move on and you build something that is, you know, decent, but not the greatness that you know you could achieve, which I know for a lot of you is well, not much. I'm kidding, please subscribe. I think I've mentioned this in a previous part, but it's really important to create shade for your public spaces or even your sidewalks, especially when it comes to a city that is, you know, so tropical, and you would assume where the sun is beaming down on you, the light is shining. So that way it makes it a little easier for your pedestrians to find some shade, because, you know, when you're not in a car, you don't have AC. Let the nature be your AC. Put down some trees. Here you see me putting down like 2 metro stations, one on the waterfront and one on the other end of, kind of the end of our downtown area, just for the sake of having a line and not just one station. And then right now the demand is very heavy on residential, so that's why you saw me putting down some more high-rise type building. I made sure to not put them like along all the waterfront, because I do think that takes away from the view, so I'd like to keep it low-rise alongside the waterfront. Going back to the shades here, I'm putting down a lot of tall palm trees, and I am putting back some greenery because, like I mentioned earlier, I took it all the way when I painted everything concrete. I'm painted it. Here again, some more shade. Here I go and use decals to, you know, make it more obvious that it's a pedestrian access, or a crosswalk, I should say. Here, as you can see, there's like a tram hub where 2 lines meet and circle jerk around to, you know, continue their route back. And so I made a little hub with trees and kind of a plaza thing for people to wait for their tram in the peace and quiet. I also may have forgotten to mention that I created a pier using the content creator pack, the bridge and pier content creator pack. So I just like put a street down going into the water and leveled it with the ground. Kind of made for this nice, maybe it doesn't look as modern as it should considering the city that we're in, but I think it does give it a nice little Art Deco vibe, if you will. And I may or may not put down a Ferris wheel onto it. Okay, I tried for like 3 years to get these trees to work, but they simply refuse to go onto the pier without dying because they think they're on water. And, you know, trees don't grow in water apparently, but, you know, they're technically on the pier in a planter. But the game said, you know what, frick you ain't putting down a tree there. And I said, you know what, you do you, game, you do you. Well, there you motherfreaking have it. Episode 5, a beautiful waterfront for all of our Sims to enjoy and tan. And I mean, none of them are on the beach because I haven't put anything on the beach because I hate building a beach area. What do you want me to do? Put more sand? I don't know. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel and donate money to me. Which you can't do. So if you would like to, you know, maybe like send me like a check by mail or something, I'll put my address down below. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you thought. Oh, and by the way, when I was filming this time lapse, I ran out of electricity in my city. That's why you see the lights flickering. So remember, people, pay your electricity bill, and I'll see you in the next one.